Hello and welcome to Supcom FA Alliance. We're on Setons, and this is about as new as it comes. It is from today, from Forge Alliance Forever, where we got 8 extremely good players, as good as they come on Forge Alliance Forever today. Of course, we got Galactic Fury here playing Aeon ASF, taking on Benzel, so a great air battle. In the navies, it's nice to see 2 Cybern player, Massacre and Icon, both Cybern taking on 2 UEF players, Ukulele and Styre. I've had to pick which team would win, especially UEF, I would say the top. But here in the middle we got Disturbed playing as UEF, going with 4 Mech Marines and a Scout, taking on VIP, who's playing as Seraphim. You can see the mid players. This is the Styre build, straightforward from the bottom with a closed Hydro from VIP. No engineer to the middle. No engineer to the middle for a Disturbed either. But he's got 4 Mech Marines. It's gonna be very powerful early on. And the Scouts are looking for any engineers. VIP picks up the first. So with the T-Nog build, always important to get that mass quick. If you start sucking up mass up there, you're gonna stall. So you see a loss of a Scout for Disturbed. Gonna try to out micro those tanks. You can see the quick moves, and the turret's too slow on the tanks to catch up with those Mech Marines, and Disturbed wins the battle. So he knows exactly what's going on. He saw there is no engineer. There's an engineer expanding now, and now this does force VIP to make a couple land units to counter this threat. In the middle we see Disturbed and VIP picking up the mass. Looks like VIP doing a little better job. Here we got a very early Cyber Navy from Massacre. Styre, of course, with his regular build, picking up as much eco as he can. The island here is going to be picked up by Ukulele. No challenge from Icon. 4 land factories, also going early Navy. So Cybern, they got to win that naval fight early. VIP and Disturbed here coming up on 5th minute, finishing up with a reclaim. And here's that early Scout from Massacre looking at Styre, who is playing with his Tech 2 mass extractors. You can see here just basically teching from Gala, taking from Benzel. It's an equal competition except for the Cyberns, who got some plans. We already see the frigates, more Tech 1 Navy coming up for Massacre, who hasn't taken his island yet, which is quite late. 5 minutes, it's very late. Should be getting some transports very soon here. Looks like the Navy was more important than the island for Massacre. VIP getting the last of the mass, and here come out of minute 6. Disturbed has picked up 6,800. VIP has picked up 7,200. So very slight advantage for VIP. VIP also has a nice flow of units not coming in, and not surprisingly with a T-Nog build. Actually, very low teching from VIP, extremely low. He's only got 1. This is not. So it looks like VIP going for an early kill here. He's put all of his mass either to his allies or into his Tech 1 units. For Disturbed, only 2 mass extractors. So both players much more aggressive than what is usually seen, but definitely an advantage for VIP. Huge numbers advantage. Disturbed has to be very careful. He's full retreating, 0 kills. VIP now is 7, and it doesn't look like there's really a way back here for Disturbed. And remembering that the ACU nuke, yeah, VIP is going to be very close to death here, but he will survive with 200 health. He has like no health here. He went to about 100. So the ACU nuke is about 2,500 here in Forged Alliance Forever. The units have been given over to Ukulele. Ukulele's got some Tech 1 Navy. We see Tech 1 Navy and bombers from Icon trying to put pressure. And actually this Tech 1 Navy from Massacre is coming in, trying to prevent Styre from building any Navy. Styre, of course, with a Tech 2 AC is going to get a Tech 2 torpedo launcher. Counters Tech 1 Navy very nicely, and a Tech 1 Naval. But do we see some We're seeing a Tech 2 Navy now from Massacre with 3 Tech 1 nail factories finally taking his island. And now VIP is in the middle, still very low health, about 200, getting bombed. And eating some bombs straight to the face and actually giving up, it seems. Looks like he knew there was no way back, absolutely no air force to support him. And he would have died anyway. Not really sure why he did that. Tech 2 Navy here, actually some torpedo boats from Ukulele takes care of any of these Tech 1 frigates. This one should retreat for Icon. And an air fight between Styre and Massacre, and looks like Massacre is winning it. Nice Tech 1 force. Tech 1 bombers, that was 6 engineers, 300 mass taken out. But we also see some Tech 2 power here. Tech 2 point defense, multiple torpedo launchers, sonar. So Styre is playing kind of dangerously here, but he's got some nice Tech 2 units. It's a question of when is this destroyer going to make it to the front lines here at minute 10. Tech 1 air domination from Massacre is dropping, it seems. Yeah, he's going to drop on Styre's base. And elsewhere we're seeing basically Tech 2 spam. Tech 1, Tech 1, Tech 2 from Icon, who's received the central base. So the central base is all going to the bottom players here, Ukulele from the Rock and Icon. A successful drop here from Massacre. A point defense from Styre is successful, but it will not do much. Good move here from Massacre. Gonna go after some Tech 2 point defenses. Also killing some engineers. Tech 2 Navy now from Styre, getting some of those torpedo boats. Now a destroyer. So this is not looking really good for Massacre. Once UEF gets a good Navy, get to Tech 2 Navy with some shields, really difficult to break them. Interesting thing to see here from Gala, some air staging facilities. So it's planning to repair his air force. And this UEF Navy getting pretty big now with some destroyers and torpedo boats, plenty of frigates, and going straight at Tech 3. So this is what we see in Forged Alliance Forever with UEF. That's all you gotta do. Get your Tech 3, and 14 minutes you got a battlecruiser. And here now we see the destroyer from Massacre is going to use its range. It can outrange any of these torpedoes, and targeting the destroyer that's still not built. That's the huge advantage that Cybern has. That's what people used to always pick him, especially when there was no mixing rules. And there it is. You cannot produce destroyers with this. Actually, torpedo bombers coming in as well. So Massacre really preventing Styre from making anything. Tech 2 Flakna coming out for Styre. Try to cancel out this aerial threat. It would be nice to see some Tech 1 bombers just stop all that production. It looks like they're targeting the shipyard. But target some of those torpedo bombers, torpedo launchers instead. But total air domination. And here we can see minute 13. Still just starting ASF from Galactic, and a little bit of ASF for Benzo. So both ASF players very slow. And there it is, 14-minute battlecruiser, and that's ridiculous. We're now seeing the Cyber Navy from Icon. Got a whole bunch of Tech 2, 5 Tech 2 power generators. Icon actually going for the resource allocation, getting some destroyers. And here we just saw Massacre move in, but of course these Tech 2 torpedo launchers are gonna create lots of problems for these frigates. But still no Tech 2 Navy because of these 2 Tech 2 ships from Massacre just using their range. More Tech 2 bombers now. This is a very nice shield from Styre protecting a few of these engineers, but still quite a few exposed. A successful destroyer finally made. And this is very dangerous. You see the stealth here is very important for Massacre. This Tech 2 bombers just flying in and not shooting. That's very strange. We see the Tech 2 destroyer being targeted. It's outranged and it can't shoot back. So Cybern in full swing. Elsewhere we are seeing now an attack from Ukulele. This is a very nice Tech 1 force, plus a lot of Tech 2 subs. And Tech 2 subs, of course, a great counter to UEF unless there's a bunch of torpedo boats, and there are a bunch of torpedo boats for Ukulele. Now we're seeing Tech 3, very quick Tech 3 upgrade for Steyr, and he's getting that battle cruiser. So can Cybern stop the battle cruiser here? Elsewhere they haven't done that. I'm actually going to have to split screens here. So we see this naval battle as well as this. Both of them very important. Still seeing the Cyber Navy attacking the battlecruiser where it's not built, and here we're seeing the battlecruiser in action already with 8 kills. Just too much power, but numbers advantage with all those frigates, and the frigates can take out all the torpedo boats, which would allow the Tech 2 submarines to come in for Cybern. So great use of units from Icon, and a whole bunch of torpedo bombers now coming in. Should have a chance to swing this battle. 2 battle cruisers for Ukulele, and now the ASF from Benzel should take care of that problem. Will this battle cruiser be finished? Even if it's finished, now we see a bunch of gunships, Tech 2 gunships and bombers taking out these engineers. Build capacity going down for Steyr. And here actually a successful victory, multiple battle cruisers being sunk, and a whole bunch of reclaim now for one of the teams. This battle cruiser is going to die as soon as it is created. Steyr in huge trouble. Huge trouble. We're seeing Cybern be successful here against UEF, and that makes me really happy. And actually, in both cases, this is the weakness of UEF. Torpedoes. 2 dead battle cruisers, and Steyr is killed. Actually, he just throws in the towel. He realizes he has no chance. He has been beaten by a great Cybern play. The middle's been no man's land here. Probably just switch this to regular view now. So multiple victories, and we gotta say this victory was very much aided by Benzel's Air Force, completely taking the torpedo bombers out of the game for Ukulele. And here coming up a minute 20, Tech 3 mask extractors all around, probably for both deck players. 100% Tech 3 and a whole bunch of Tech 3 power. And we're seeing how much more eco this is than what we've seen for 3599. And now Steyr's base is going to disappear. We might even see some Tech 3 Navy from UEF get a battleship in there. And this should give Massacre, that is one Navy, a chance to upgrade and maybe help with ASF, maybe help with experimentals. But such a great victory for Icon. I want to see engineers right here. So much mass here. There's mass there for a couple experimentals. Actually, Ukulele seems to be the player thinking this. He's just going to go in and try to steal some. It'd be hard to imagine those engineers staying alive for too long. But they're going to do it. See a GC for Gala. And a whole bunch of restorers for Galactic. Of course, Cybern's still at the disadvantage, not having shields or floating flak. You want to get a lot of cruisers and stealth if you want to counter. Actually, through the middle, some Yoshivas, not having any respect. Icon, after winning that naval battle, moving through with a whole bunch of Tech 2. No defense whatsoever, except of course for those restorers. And those restorers just might cause an air battle between Benzel and Gala. And actually, if we look at these numbers, Gala with 91, Benzel 59, a significant disadvantage, but a whole bunch of restorers for Gala. Then here come the ASF. The restorers should respect this. There's also cruisers here that might help Benzel out. And that looked like Benzel just turned his back there too. That did not look good. Great micro from Gala. But still, we did see that about 40 unit advantage for Benzel. Even with some mistakes, it looks like Benzel will get this victory. And after he takes care of the ASF, he's going to take care of the restorers. A lot of dead units here. And total disaster in the middle with that Tech 2 push. Actually, Restore is still holding their own. So even though they were nerfed for Fortune Lines Forever, they're still a very good gunship, taking care of both air and ground in this situation. But so much reclaim here, whoever gets that. Now we can see finally Icon picking up some of that reclaim. So I can't imagine this game going for too much longer. I don't know if I've seen nukes. Yes, no, that's an anti-nuke. Pathetic. That's a nice way of putting it, I guess.
Um, you can see the love is still well and strong on Setons. It's a nice spam here from Benzel. Do we see any nukes? Nope. Just anti-nukes from both players. Very good placement on the anti-nuke, as far up ahead as possible. Anti-nukes here don't protect nearly as much. We might see another Cybern versus UEF battle. Really the only chance for the top team if Ukulele can shift this battle and win this ocean, because the other ocean is completely lost. Styre was very much dominated by Massacre. Massacre knew Styre was going to play that slow eco game, counting on the battlecruiser to save him, but just too much pressure. To be honest, if Styre just had some torpedo bombers and saw that he was just getting shot by two Tech 2 ships the whole time with stealth, he probably never even saw what was shooting him. Gave too much respect. A couple bombers would have taken care of that problem and Styre would still be in the game. Let's see, that's a lot of Tech 1, but this is 5 battlecruisers and a whole bunch of shields and a whole bunch of torpedo boats. So this could still be a success for Ukulele.
So we'll see if this actually comes out to anything. Should see Ukulele start pushing soon. He's got to win this battle early. Otherwise, we'll see the Cyber Navy with the battleship coming in here, completely dominate both the beach and the mid spot. Nukes might be a good idea, but so far I've just seen farming here from Gala, going for a long game it seems. But that's really difficult to do when you don't have map control. It's a massive Tech 1 Navy. Gotta see this fight. Should happen soon. I cannot take any chances. Actually, having your ACU in the water like that, well, can be sniped. If it can be spotted. Our gunships, Tech 2 gunships versus those Yoshivas made it all the way to the back of Ukulele's base. So what is the plan for Gala? Does have a GC in the middle, a whole bunch of reclaim. Looks like there is some motion now in this Tech 3 Navy from Ukulele, and Icon is now moving in. So that's awesome. We're going to see the range on the battlecruisers play a huge role. You can see how quickly they just dispatch this Tech 1 Navy. You really got to keep your Navy close together. You don't want to send them in one by one like that. They won't even get to shoot. So maybe a bit of a mistake there. I can throw in a couple of his units. You can see multiple move orders. You don't want to give a single move order, that confuses the computer. There's a whole bunch of small move orders. You want to control your big group of units. So what seems like Icon's trying to do is sneak in underneath the shields of the frigates, but he's giving these battlecruisers a lot of time to shoot. And now battleship, and battleships are always nice to keep behind. It looks like it's successful. A whole bunch of Tech 2 torpedoes have gotten underneath this UEF Navy. And if those shields go, that's going to be a huge advantage for Cybern. So far the battlecruisers doing their thing, but those torps are going to be the big problem. Once again, the torpedo boats are the target of the frigates after the shields. And it's just numbers versus tech, and so far numbers winning. In the middle we do see a chicken and a GC. Looks like we missed an air fight here. Benzel continues to dominate. We see a bunch of Tech 3 torpedo bombers coming in from Gala trying to help Ukulele out. And so far the battlecruiser is not really losing too much health. Just continue to dispatch the Tech 1 cruisers, and here comes the Tech 2 Navy, which also disappears quite quick against the battlecruiser. So in the late game we are seeing UEF continue to dominate, and you can see this Navy from Icon slowly melt away, and still plenty of torpedo boats to take care of the Tech 2 subs. So looks like some success, and here it is.
This seems to be a snipe attempt from Gala against the Icon, and that's the danger. 4 Tech 3 torpedo boats are gonna be enough. And of course, with the resource allocation, no stealth possible on the ACU. And why it hasn't? Yes, there he goes. Excellent snipe from Gala, although total air domination by Benz also. Nice sneaky bombers, really inexcusable. So the units have been given over to Massacre, but it doesn't look like with these numbers. The battlecruisers, basically veterans. A couple of battlecruisers were destroyed, but with what's left, really not much chance. Plus now we're seeing an Atlantis. Strat bombers now coming in against Gala. He's got plenty of shields, Tech 3 anti-air. And of course Cyber Navy can continue on land. Big problems. It'd be nice to have a GC or 2 here for Gala to defend against this, otherwise he's going to lose a lot of his base. Shields failing now for Gala, trying to get that Tech 3 shield desperately. But if he does get that, it's going to be a huge advantage. And if Ukulele can survive here, he's going to have a lot of mass. It looks like he will. And if Gala can survive here, he's also going to have a lot of mass. But this Navy, actually he does have a GC here, so he should be able to survive. So with hopefully minimal losses, we might still have a decent game. Strat bombers having some success. Maybe Tech 2 shields would be the better idea here instead of Tech 3. Tech 3 just takes so long. Oh, this is going to be bad. And Gala is taken out by Strat bombers by Benzo. Really a dominating performance by Benzo against Gala. And this victory by UEF here, it's really not going to count. And Ukulele played extremely well with his UEF, but the rest of his team has died. So hopefully people enjoyed this one.